What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Beacon of Nick. Hope you guys are having the best day so far. So today, guys, we're going to go over why I think the Gen 4 remakes are inevitable, all the evidence I have supporting it, and we'll cover a rumor that just dropped yesterday for the Gen 4 remakes. If you are new here, huge welcome to the Beacon, and I just want to say thank you guys for all the support recently. Thank you guys for all the support you show this channel always. It honestly means the world to me, and I never take any of it for granted. And then if you guys leave a comment down below, let me know how you feel about the rumor, what you want to see next year for the whether it's Gen 4 remakes or Generation 9 or Let's Go 2, whatever it's going to be, let me know. I will reply to every comment that is posted. I love you all. I appreciate you guys. And with all that out of the way, let's hop into it. Okay, guys, we're going to start with one of the most obvious reasons why I think the Gen 4 remakes for Pokemon are inevitable. And that's because in 2004, we got Fire Red and Leaf Green. In 2009, we got Soul Silver Heart Gold. And in 2014, we got Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby. And then it's 2021 this coming year. So obviously, we're due for a remake. And the next remake in this series will be Generation 4 if they follow that same pattern. So this is the most obvious one. Obviously, I wanted to get out of the way first. So that's the first reason. Number one, because obviously, chronologically, it comes next. All right, guys, so the next reason is kind of a controversial one. I do believe in it personally, but let me know in the comments how you feel about this one. So on one of the islands on Sun and Moon, there's a shot of a harbor next to a mountain range. And in the actual, so Sun and Moon are based on Hawaii. And in Hawaii, obviously, you have Pearl Harbor and you have Diamond Head Mountain. And on one of the islands in Sun and Moon, they put those right next to each other, which is really odd. Well, they aren't called that in the games, obviously, but what they're inspired by are right next to each other. And it is very much a subtlety. So whether they were kind of having like they were inferring that they were going to come eventually or whatever, or whether they're kind of having fun with it, or it was completely random, no one really knows, but I do think it was that way on purpose. Alrighty, guys, so the next reason why I think that Gen 4 remakes are going to be next is the lack of representation in Pokemon Sword and Shield. So obviously, if you're in Game Freak shoes, you don't want to have every single Pokemon in Sword and Shield from Gen 4, because obviously you want to save some for the remake. So like the starters and the fossils and Arceus and Darkrai and so many more. Like I think Gen 4 has the least amount of representation in Sword and Shield out of every single gen, which shouldn't be surprising. So I do think this means that we'll be getting Gen 4 remakes. Whether or not we'll get like G-Max forms, all those Pokemon, you know, all that stuff, that's probably for a different video or a different conversation, but that is another huge reason, in my opinion, why we're getting Gen 4 next. Alrighty, guys, the next reason why I think the Gen 4 remakes will be coming next is because in the Crown Tundra, the Regigigas and the Spiritomb encounters were very, very, very similar to how they were in the Gen 4 games. And Regigigas is the only level 100 Pokemon that you encounter in the Crown Tundra. And then Spiritomb obviously is kind of almost a little Easter egg in my opinion. And if you really think about it, I don't really believe this, guys. It's kind of a funny thing. If you have 32 people you have to talk to get Spiritomb, you divide that by Generation 8, you get Gen 4. So obviously that's irrefutable. I don't really think that was on purpose or intentional, but if it was, that was a really cool thing by Game Freak. So that is the next reason why I think Gen 4 remakes are coming next. All right, guys, so I've asked about 10 people this, and 8 people agree with me, and 2 people didn't really agree with me. So let me know in the comments how you feel about this, but the Calyrex battle music in the Crown Tundra almost seems like a remixed version of the Gen 4 intro music. So I'm going to play it for you guys, and let me know in the comments below how you feel about this too. So alrighty, guys, the next reason why I think we're getting the Gen 4 remix next is that the same statue of Krogunk appears in Hop's bedroom in Pokemon Sword and Shield as the one in the Pastoria City Pokemart in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. So if they were going to make Pokemon Diamond and Pearl into a 3D environment like they would in the remakes, they would definitely have to have like a lot of the same stuff they had in the original Diamond and Pearl games, which would include the Krogunk statue. So if they were going to make it ahead of time and put it in Sword and Shield as like kind of a foreshadowing symbol, that might be a good way to go, because it does give us a little bit of information And if we do see it in the Pokemon the remakes, it'd be really cool to see it again back in Pastoria City. Alrighty guys, so I'm sure a bunch of you remember this, but the day before the Crown Tundra came out, there was a huge data mine and a huge leak of so much information about the birds and the legendaries and the story and that giant pixelated image that we all saw of like all the shinies and whatnot. That same Twitter page also leaked out that it is confirmed that we will be getting some sort of main series Pokemon game next year, whether it's Generation 9 or the Gen 4 remakes or Let's Go. We don't really know, but they found something in the files for the Crown Tundra or some other file that did confirm that. So I'm really excited. Next year is the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, so it's got to be something massive, and I think it will be the Gen 4 remakes personally. And this rumor, guys, does claim to know what we will be getting in those remakes. So always remember, take this with a grain of salt. We don't know if it's true or not, obviously. So they're always fun to go over, though. So definitely let me know in the comments, guys, how you feel about it, and let's hop into it. Alrighty, guys. So this rumor starts off by saying the games will be called Dyna Diamond and Max Pearl, which, if there is going to be Dynamaxing in the Gen 4 remakes, I'm not opposed to this name, honestly. It does sound pretty okay compared to like all like, you know, Time Diamond, Space Pearl, all the ones we've heard before. It says it'll be a 2021 release, which we can probably assume, obviously, if it is going to be coming out next year. Next year is 2021. It's a Sinnoh Soft reboot that takes place after the original game. So essentially that means it will be a sequel to Diamond and Pearl and not like a completely retelling or a remake of the original story. It says characters from Pokemon I Choose You will appear in it. So I Choose You is the remake of the original. It's kind of like the movie series that came out like, you know, in 2016. So there are a lot of new characters in that movie. So if they do make an appearance in this, that'd be really cool. I love I Choose You. The game is a Gen 8.5 that introduces new Pokemon and looking different Pokemon from Sword and Shield. And looking different from Sword and Shield, meaning it'll be like a different art style, maybe. Full camera control in all the areas, like in the Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra, which I think that's probably going to be true. Global Terminal now allows for direct connection to home without opening the app to Switch. The app on Switch. Wow, wait. So there's going to be like something on your menu that will allow you to actually like communicate with home. That would be wild. New trainers who aren't Lucas Dawn look more like the Sun and Moon or Sun and Moon kids and are noticeably young. Okay, interesting. Lots of fan service, including most major characters returning in some form. So probably like big characters from like old games that we know of. You can surf on a rental Pokemon and swim to Mount Steel, the Battle Zone, and some miscellaneous new islands. Mostly one small island with an item/patch of grass. So it's probably for that's Shaman? No, it can't be. The underground is just replaced with Dynamax Adventures and can't be explored. I don't know if they would just have like Dynamax Adventures come back and replace the underground. I can't see that being a real thing, but I don't know how I feel about that statement. They have to have something to do with the old underground. I don't think they just completely overhaul it, but the new rival is named Joe, and they replaces Barry. A nice kid who wants to be a Pokemon master but tends to get really nervous. Team Galactus is doing the original plan, even though it's an implied sequel, but they've been totally redesigned. So okay, if they're going to replace Barry, if they're going to have this whole region be like a sequel, why would Team Galactic... I don't understand. They should have like a newer story. Like maybe have like a Team Galactic still be the antagonist, but like have a brand new idea maybe. Cyrus got a huge overhaul and looks like cyan-haired himbo. The contestants are back, and so is dressing up Pokemon, but it's very limited. So contestants, dressing up Pokemon, all that stuff is going to come back. I don't know why would it be more limited though in this one than the other ones. Honey trees are back, but they have a mini game involving farming honey through an app run by Cynthia's brother Albin. Pretty specific. I will say it's pretty specific. Walking Pokemon are back from Sword and Shield, so obviously they have full camera control, like the wild area, like Isle of Armor, Crown Tundra, so all that's going to be back in the game. Will be compatible with Pokemon Walk, a phone app that lets you take your Pokemon on a stroll and collect in-game items. Don't buy this at all, because why? I just think they'd have some sort of Pokemon Go interface if they're going to make some Pokemon Walk. I can't see them having walk and go be, I don't see that happening, but I could be wrong. Sword and Shield and Diamond and Pearl cannot trade and battle incompatible Pokemon. So Pokemon that won't be in Sword and Shield, you can't trade with Diamond and Pearl in that sense. The Battle Frontier is replaced with a gigantic stadium that lets you battle Galarian trainers against Sinnoh trainers called the Galar Sinnoh Cup. Sounds interesting. Whoa. The Pokéetch app returns, but through a Rotom app store. Interesting. And there's a massive train that crosses through the regions, letting you skip Mount Coronet except for plot-related reasons. That could be cool. Obviously, trains are a huge part of the Galar region, so... and the new legendary is a 4th lake Pokemon. So that's pretty cool, too. So Mesprit, Azelf, and Uxie will get a new counterpart. So yeah, not really sure how I'm feeling about the rumor. Some parts sounded really awesome and plausible, and some parts didn't make a whole lot of sense whatsoever. But let me know how you guys felt down in the comments below. One more thing though, apparently Mount Coronet in some translations does translate to the Crown Mountain. And with the Crown Tundra just coming out so recently and having so many similarities, or seemingly having so many similarities to Sinnoh, it just seems like there's got to be some deeper connection there with like all the Pokemon that they share in common, and actually being like, obviously Sinnoh is the coldest region and the Crown Tundra. There just seems to be something that's there's some kind of connection. But let me know how you guys feel about it down below too. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Hope you guys have the best rest of your day. I did update the member outro recently too. And if you guys ever want to keep in touch with me and everybody else here, we do have a Discord for the channel as well. I'll talk to all you guys soon. Thank you guys again so much, and have a great rest of your day. Stay happy, healthy, hydrated. Much love and peace.